So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Mond. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up a shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But
touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Irv Smith Jr. from 4 yards out. And the Vikings will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. On play action, now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mond. Flushed out right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mond looks to throw. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of wonderful throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb from 8 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They go play action here. Mond. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Nwangwu. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
To throw again on second down. Mond. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 26 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Running right, Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Jones. Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by Cobb. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers Rodgers is going to go down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Got it. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers.
It's complete to Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to Cobb. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to have the Packers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 45 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. A check down here to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up third and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing first and goal, looking to regroup.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hey, pick 26.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a... Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And then set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mon now off of play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaac Yellen picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's not 3 interceptions in his ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning through 20.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chaz Surratt. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mon eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Got the lead fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Mond. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Let's go.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Mond looks to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing number.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Rodgers throwing here. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of quarter. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
Shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell